Welcome to Thursday Night Live.
Hello.
We're glad you're here. Saw Megan, Linda, Joel. Glad you're here. Others will be stopping by, I'm sure. Come on in. We're going to have some fun. Hey, guess what we're going to do? We're going to tell Valentine's Day story, the day before Valentine's Day. And we're going to do some Valentine's stories, some surprising Valentine's story that you have to guess the end. So it's going to be sort of a contest between Ida and me and all of you, because we've come up with the stories. We've scoured the internet for the best Valentine's stories, and they all have little surprising endings or interesting endings or funny endings. Hello, Sayla. Come say hello.
She's ready.
Come on, hip. And you want to see the last one. There's 9 of them.
Yeah.
The last one is...
It's the best.
Pretty surprising.
It's the best.
I bet you'll never guess it. I'll bet you will not in 100 years guess. Actually, it's going to be quite a challenge. Hi, Kristen, by the way. It's going to be quite a challenge to guess any of these. So if you get 1 or 2 of them right... Hi, Celia. Did I not give you a treat? Here you go. Have this.
She's ready for her treat.
If you can guess even a couple of them, you're going to do really well out of 9 because they are sort of surprising. But let's get started, shall we? Let's see. Bring it up here. So it's Amazing Valentine's Stories.
You won't believe these.
And here we go. Yeah, that's right. And here we go. The first story, you're jumping right in. Here we go. Beach engagement. Keep your eyes closed, my fiancé said, as I felt the pavement turn to sand under my sneakers. It was no secret we were at the beach. It was a cold and drizzly day, and I could hear the wild roar of the ocean as he guided me along. Okay, open your eyes, my fiancé said as he stood on a breaker wall with his back to the ocean, extending an engagement ring toward me. Just as I began walking toward him, what happened? What happened? Now there's clues in the story, so if you listened well, you might have a guess. So take your guesses, and we'll see if anybody can come close on it.
Okay, this one doesn't seem so hard.
Were you able to guess this one when we found it?
Yes, this one it was between 2 different answers for this one, but the one that I decided on was the right.
So we're telling you, this is one of your best opportunities to guess well.
Guess in.
So take a shot at it. In the meantime, we want to just talk about Valentine. Do you have Valentine's Day plans, Ida? Not really. You're out of town.
I'm out of town, so not any big Valentine's Day plans. But
it's tomorrow, you know.
It is. Well, there's all kinds of specials out there for Valentine's Day. So there's all kinds of shopping opportunities and dinner opportunities. So
I didn't even know. I didn't even know.
Linda's got a guess.
Yeah. What's her guess?
She says a wave crashed and the ring is in the ocean. And Joel says wave hits and drops ring.
So you guys are really good at this game, apparently.
This one isn't the trickiest one.
Because the answer is a giant wave reared up behind him and crashed over the top of his head, completely drenching him and washing the ring out to sea. But it's a good story because, of course, I said yes. And we headed to the nearest beach vendor to buy a temporary ring.
I wonder if there's insurance to cover that. I mean, really, you just spend thousands of dollars on this ring and then it's in the ocean. So
one of my favorite things about that story is that she wasn't going to just let the ring go. Like, we lost the ring, so we'll just not have a ring, and then we'll remember that.
There's got to be a ring.
We'll go get a temporary ring. That was her. Good guesses. Good guesses. Let's see if you can keep up that string. All right. So let's continue to roll forward. Here's the next one. One Valentine's Day, I was suffering a terrible cold, but my boyfriend begged, "Please, I want us to be together on Valentine's Day." So I went, and during the date, he presented me with a ring and asked me to marry him. Then he leaned in for a tender kiss. And what happened to ruin the moment? That's your question of the day. How did this story end? What happened to ruin your moment?
Okay, so let's piece it together. She has.
Some of you got one.
She has a
no,
terrible.
You don't have to overdo it.
Oh, come on.
We don't have to give hints.
I want everybody to win. You know how I am.
I guess if you piece it together, you might have some hints in it. All the stories are loaded. You ought to be able to guess it, except for that ninth one.
Yeah, I don't know about that last one. Okay, I'm not seeing any guesses, so you know.
So how about Ida? So how about when you were young?
Okay, let me put on my thinking.
What was your first? What was your sort of early Valentine's traditions? What kind of stuff did you do?
Oh, I lived for Valentine's Day. I liked artsy craftsy things. So making your Valentine box.
Oh, that's right. You did a little shoe box.
Yes, you had to bring a shoe box or a box to school, and then you had your
what
choice
kind of box would you bring? It was not a shoe box. Well, did you have like so many that you had to have like a big, like like a 3 foot by 3 foot box?
You could bring a 3 foot by 3 foot box if you wanted to. It didn't have to be a shoe box, and some people were very creative with their boxes.
In our classroom, we had shelves, and you had like this much room. You couldn't bring a huge box.
We didn't have shelves. We had space. Anyway, that was my favorite time because we got that in Easter because we made our own Easter bonnets. But Valentine's Day, to make your Valentine's box, it was very important.
So any guesses on this one?
Yeah, we have a couple. Joel says she sneezes on him. Kristen says the ex showed up.
The ex, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Guess, yeah.
And Linda says, and she didn't kiss him because she was sick.
Yeah, let's take
she was sick.
Exactly. She was sick. That was the key. That was the key on it. And
Anna Marie saying a big sneeze.
And the answer is, at that very moment, I sneezed an explosive sneeze and splattered his face.
That is so gross.
He laughed. I cried. But we've been happily married.
That is
for 45
true
years.
That is true love. So we had lots of people guessing the sneeze.
Yeah, right around the sneeze. There you go. All right, they get a little bit harder, I think. So here we go. Romance gone wrong. We were out to a romantic candlelight dinner, and my fiancé leaned across the table to tenderly feed me a piece of dessert. But in the process, what did he do that caused me to end up in the hospital?
My word.
This one went really bad.
That is bad if you go to the hospital.
It went from this tender piece of dessert to a hospital visit.
Lean in, honey, and have this cheesecake.
It doesn't say, I mean, it wasn't like flicking it across the...
It's like, so romantic. Throwing... Open your mouth.
Here, I'm going to throw some M&Ms at... that I could see would be dangerous. A little choking hazard. So there's maybe a choking hazard involved.
It could be with the dessert choking.
What else could happen at a restaurant?
Well,
while you're
apparently. Oh, Anna Marie has one.
What's her guess?
Caught on fire.
Caught on fire? Was it flambe? Was it bananas flambe? He was feeding her.
It could have been.
Oh, keep guessing, folks. Let's take a look.
Linda says, stabbed her with the fork.
That's a good one, wouldn't it be? Stabbed her right down the throat.
I never even thought about that one, but that is a good guess.
There you go. But in the process, he knocked the candle over and onto her freshly gelled hair. Ended up in the hospital after my hair caught fire.
Chris said choked me.
That's a good one, yeah. The fork, though, that's a pretty good, that's a fun guess. See, that's what we're going to see how imaginative you are. Some of them have lots to fill in. So far, somebody's gotten one at least one person.
If I would have said stabbed with a fork, you would have told me I have this deep-seated meanness.
I would never say such a thing.
You would never. Oh, Joel said choked on dessert. Nope.
That's
wrong.
He was. He lit her on fire. that was a hot romance going on in that family.
Have you ever seen somebody's hair catch on fire?
You've seen somebody's hair catch on fire?
I have even patted it out.
Let's hear the story.
No. It was a girl's evening gone wrong.
I guess so. Wow.
But nobody
was a hospital involved there?
No. It was just laughter.
Just got it put out fast.
Well, there was a big.
Their hair was like for the next few weeks.
There was a big.
Hey, is that a bone in your hair? Not really.
You know, when the girls are all out for girls' night out.
All right, give me a little bit of time to read this next one.
Okay.
We're on number 4 of 9. My high school English teacher was a fair but hard grader. On the day before Valentine's Day, I received a B- on a theme paper. The next day, I sent her an extravagant heart-shaped box of chocolates, hoping to improve my grade. On the chocolate, I wrote, "Be mine." What did the teacher reply? She must have. There must have been one of those Valentine's Day boxes, and they put a Valentine's back in the box the next day.
And if you had this large chocolates, you couldn't fit it in a shoebox.
Oh,
You'd need one of our big 3x3 boxes.
there you go.
Back in the day.
You see, when we decorate our box, we'd make it so you could open up the lid for those ill-sized. There was a slot, but if they were bigger than like 4x6 or 3x6 or whatever the size was,
you couldn't do that at all. No. It was hermetically sealed and put on Funkin' Wagon.
Was it hard for you to like figure out who to give cards to, or did you just give cards to everybody? Or?
I gave cards to everybody.
Really?
Yeah. I saw some kids just get their hearts broken by not getting Valentine's Day from an early age. That struck me. So everybody got a Valentine.
Yeah. Well, as part of the research for this, I was researching websites like worst Valentine's Day ever, and there were a whole bunch of them that were like when I went to my box that I decorated all night, and I opened it up, and there were none in it.
Ah.
That'd be the worst.
That would be horrible.
I can't imagine there being none.
We have a couple answers.
Yep.
Joel says no, B-. Anna Marie says my teachers probably have said please don't use to be verb.
There you go, to be verbs.
Yep. And Linda says not a B- but a D.
That's right. You can't buy my love.
That's right.
The answer is this. Joel got it. My teacher replied, "Thank you, but it's still a B-. Us."
Good job, Joel.
Yeah, good one. So somebody's got every single one of them. I'm surprised. So
You didn't make these hard enough.
Oh, we're gonna have to ramp them up. They're gonna get harder. All right, this one's called Double Trouble. All right.
I read that Daily Double. I don't know. I can't see that.
This is the Over the Hump story.
Okay.
We're number 5 of 9.
We're ready.
You ready? On my way to see my girlfriend, I stopped off to get a rose, as per tradition. When I was paying, I found out I could buy 2 for the same price. So I thought, hey, why not? I mean, in the USA, 2 roses represents mutual love and affection. But in her tradition, double roses is not romantic. What do double roses represent in some cultures? I didn't know this. I didn't know this before I researched it. I could have made that mistake. In fact, if you go to like the florists shops, they'll tell you what each like number of roses means.
Oh.
Like 1 rose is like your first date kind of thing, like just getting to know you kind of thing. 2 roses is that mutual affection rose, so that's like ramping it up. So it's sort of cool because you don't have to say I love you on the 3rd date or 4th date. You could give them 2 roses, which is sort of moving in the right direction. And so anyway, if you keep going, and of course everybody knows a dozen roses, right?
Yeah.
Is like real mad love, like true love.
I remember my first dozen roses.
Really?
Yeah. I never got them from a guy, but I was chaperone for a homecoming dance, and we helped. I helped decorate as being Mrs. It was always Mr. Blevins and Ida.
Right.
And as Ida, I helped decorate, and the kids went together and bought me a dozen roses, and I thought that was the sweetest thing ever.
How nice!
So yeah.
Wow. That was extravagant too.
Yes, it was. Anna Marie says no clue.
Oh, you got to be creative.
Linda
what could
says,
double
"We're
roses
done."
represent?
We're done.
We're done. Yeah, right. It's a breakup. Breakup roses.
Well, another word. Being in a healthcare career my whole life.
Yeah.
I always think about pleurosis, like
plural roses. Pleurosis. What's pleurosis?
Blue roses. Pleurosis is like an inflammation of your lungs. I'm so romantic.
Sometimes people are too magical. Let's
Mary Lou
reveal the
and
answer.
John are here. So, hey, they'll have these answers.
Turns out in the country she's from, and it's reportedly Poland, by the way, presenting someone with double roses is apparently something only done at funerals.
Oh,
so
my.
instead of traditional romantic gesture, I'd actually given her some death flowers.
That just no
little mistake. Yeah, don't make those cultural faux pas. All right, let's keep rolling.
What number are we on?
Number 6. Number 6 of 9.
Number 6. Okay.
This one's called Anonymous Troubles.
Anonymous troubles. Yep. Okay.
I slipped an anonymous Valentine to my crush. I went so far as to have my best friend write the love note so that my dream girl wouldn't know it was from me. The next day, what happened that ruined all my hopes for winning her love?
I smell trouble.
What happened? What happened that could have dashed the ruins of a lover? Dashed two ruins.
Two ruins.
Yeah, dashed their hopes.
Did boys get as excited about making Valentine's boxes as girls?
I guess a little bit. For me, what I remember is, first of all, you'd get the little Valentines, like you go buy the little kit and have like 15 Valentines in it.
Yeah.
And 7 of them would be for guys, and 7 of them they wouldn't all say the same thing, right? Some of them would have like a race car on it, and it'd say, you speed and be my
you rev my engine,
speed along and be my Valentine or whatever.
Yeah.
And then there'd be like sort of the cute little heartsy ones, so they had this variety. So you'd have to decide which one to give to which, and I remember that like being a very difficult and traumatic thing. And so I'd always give the girls all the car ones, because I didn't want to lead them on, and then I'd give the boys the romantic ones.
Oh my!
Which I don't know. That was a mistake. I'm sure I was giving the wrong signals, but I was just trying to make my way.
I'm learning so much about you now. We've got answers.
The beginning of diplomacy.
Linda says she went after his friend.
Went after his friend.
Mary Lou says she thought that your friend liked her. Anne Marie says the best friend started dating her. This is good. The writer asked her out. She was in love with who wrote the letter.
Yep, you got it. You got it.
Everybody got it.
That's the answer. She recognized the handwriting of my best friend. Thinking the Valentine note was from him, she asked him to the Sadie Hawkins Valentine's dance.
Aww.
And he accepted, which led to their relationship and 6 years later their marriage.
Oh my. That was an eventful little forgery, wasn't it?
That's love. You build your hopes up, and it's no wonder there's a wall that gets built. You build your hopes up to this high hopes, and then they are just smashed. And not only that, by your best friend.
Well, she couldn't help it.
And of course, and this is another thing about boys. Of course, he was oblivious. The best friend was oblivious to the whole thing. He had no idea. Like,
he just said, "Oh, how nice!"
Like you'd say, "Hey, man, I had you write that note so that it'd be really romantic and everything." And you'd be like, "Oh yeah, did I write that note? Oh yeah, maybe I did."
Well,
that's guys.
There you go.
That's guys. All right, let's keep going. So where are we here? Number 7.
Number 7.
You ready for the big?
I'm
ready
ready for
Man,
7.
people are getting these too easily.
I know. We thought it would be harder.
One. All right. I had fallen head over heels for a girl. I invited her to Valentine's dinner with my family. My mom also decided to invite the extended family, including her recently divorced cousin. Due to a mix-up, my cousin's ex also showed.
No.
It was such a tense dinner that my digestion got upset.
Oh my word.
What happened to me, causing the love of my life to never be able to face me again?
Oh no. This has lots of possibilities.
Well, they all seem to be in one direction.
Yes. Oh my. Okay.
I mean, I can't think of just one answer. I could think of at least number 2 answers.
I am not going after that one. I'm really not. I'm just going to pretend like I didn't hear it.
What do you think caused the love of her life to never be able to even face him again? That would be terrible. Can you imagine? You're trying to your new girlfriend who you're trying to impress. You bring her over to meet your family. She's all worried about all that. There's all that tension already, and then you come in and the ex, the cousin, and the ex.
Well, it says and got sick.
Got sick.
That's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah.
Well, you could if you have an upset digestion, you could just.
Yeah.
Oh, see, Anna Marie's saying vomiting at the table. Yikes.
Yeah, wouldn't that be?
Mary Lou says, ran into the bathroom with diarrhea. And Kristen said, what's Kristen saying? I vomited in front of everyone.
So here we go.
Okay. What is it?
The answer is, this surreal nightmare culminated in me clogging the toilet.
Oh, no.
Which caused a pipe to burst, which caused a massive leak about 5 feet from where everyone was eating.
Ew.
It's probably best that no one sees each other again after that. Oh, these are not the best Valentine stories,
They
are they?
really aren't the best.
I mean, they end well, though. The people always end up being together, and not that one.
Clogging up the toilet. I don't know.
All right.
Okay.
Number 8. A blind date.
Okay.
I can't imagine having a blind Valentine's Day date. But let me read it. Here we go. My friend set me up with a Valentine's Day blind date. We met at Starbucks, and after having a really nice time, he informed me he had a gift that he hoped was not inappropriate.
Okay.
He went. That's a double negative, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means now, but I think he means
He didn't want
wanted
it
to make
be
sure it wasn't
inappropriate.
inappropriate.
Right.
He went to his car and returned with a balloon. While I enjoyed it, it was inappropriate. What was the problem?
Okay, so so it's a Valentine's Day blind date at Starbucks. Mm-hmm. He goes to get her something out of his car. Mm-hmm. And he has a balloon.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
Seems like it. Unless it were like a black balloon.
Well, one of those two balloons
with a metal band. He got it from the concert. He got it from like a Def Leppard concert the night before.
Half deflated. No. Mary Lou says it said happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Well, that'd be
That's a good guess.
That'd be pretty good.
And yeah,
well, no, it wouldn't be anniversary. It would just be versary. No anniversary.
What?
Well, not Anna. Anna's the year versary. So this is just their first date. So it's versary. The next one will be the anniversary.
Okay.
Maybe it did say something. What could it say?
I don't know. What could it say?
Any other guesses? I don't know if you know, Ida, but my birthday is on Valentine's Day. So when I was growing up, my parents would always go away for Valentine's Day because there was also a conference, an education conference that was that weekend, and so they would be gone a lot for my birthday, and so lots of times I celebrated Valentine's Day and my birthday all alone at home.
I am so sorry. That is the saddest story I've heard today.
And I said that all the time when I was growing up, and I got like parties before they left and parties after they got back, and the babysitters would give me parties during.
I knew that there was a
catch.
That
was the best.
There had to be.
All right, here I'm going to give you the answer. Any other guesses come in?
Yeah, Kristen said the balloon said "I love you." And
that's a good one. It was a condom. That's right.
I don't know.
That's sort of going in the right direction. He went to his car and brought out a balloon that said, "It's a boy." The Starbucks baristas began to immediately congratulate me. I was a bit confused, but I also thought it was hysterical. He explained that it was the only balloon he could find, as all the heart balloons had already been taken.
So he took "It's a boy." I mean, you'd be better off not to take any balloon.
He couldn't come up with any. He couldn't had to be in a store where he could buy a balloon. He couldn't go over and get a card.
Right. And if they sell balloons someplace, they usually sell candy or something.
But see, he's a boy.
Yeah.
So that's what he was.
This is a boy translating it for a boy, making it all better. I get it. You all stick together.
I'm telling you, if you go on a first date, Valentine's Day date, you deserve to get it. It's a boy.
Megan says happy birthday, by the way.
Thanks very much. Thanks very much. You ready for number 9? Here's the big one.
This is the big one?
We've been waiting for this one. So you got it. So we've been prepping it. You could guess inside the box. You could guess outside the box. I recommend outside the box.
Now wait a minute. This is the one that you're never going to guess the answer to, right?
That's what I say.
Okay.
So we'll see. It's called a blind. Sorry, that's the answer. It's called For the Love of a Girl. Okay. For the Love of a Girl. This man did all the traditional Valentine's Day activities with his girl: dinner, a romantic walk, gifts, a heart-shaped helium balloon, and lots of quality time together. Who said the girl in question had to be human? The question is, what was the girl in question? What was the girl in question? And if anybody gets it, we are going to send you an autographed picture of the unified Ida and Cal.
Oh.
Remember that
From
chat from
last
last week? Where we took, and you can request.
Never sleep again.
Maybe we'll send you both. We'll send you both sides of it. The Cal with a little Ida and the Ida with a little Cal.
And me with the Cal beard. Oh, I'm sure everyone would love that.
And we could sign. And we're going to sign
the competition. Everybody's guessing. Not one person has said a guess. You scared them off from guessing.
This is the big prize. I always like to have prizes. So I came up with this great idea. You can but the benefit of this is these are pictures that you could use to extort us anywhere down the line.
Oh.
Because we don't want those out in the public.
We do not want those out in the public. Mary Lou says a dog.
He did all the traditional Valentine's Day activities with his girl: dinner, a romantic walk, gifts, a heart-shaped helium balloon, and lots of quality time together. A dog. I still think that's an inside the box guess. We'll give you another minute or so.
Kristen's saying a cat. Oh my. Megan's saying a dog. My husband is saying his dog or a blow-up doll.
A blow-up doll. There you go. There you go.
I don't even
I mean, if you don't have a date, that's the thing to do. I mean, at least put a blow-up doll in your car and drive around.
And it looks like you've got a friend.
You could go out to eat. You could go through a drive-through. Nobody would ever know.
I think they'd know.
My date's a little bit stiff. It's
Oh no. Mary Lou says, "Oh, can I say that word out loud in this room?"
Oh, there you go. Yeah. That's a good one.
She'll start talking to me.
That's a good. She will. The one in the other room. All right.
A child? No.
A child. See, there's a good guess.
Yeah, well,
that's a mother guessing.
They're all guess.
Right?
They're all good
child.
guesses.
That's a good out of the box guess, though. You'd never really think of that. All right. So here we go. I'm gonna do the big reveal on number 9. It turns out, for the love of a girl, you're never gonna believe it's real unless you see it for yourself. So I'm gonna show you the pictures.
You've got pictures
of this. The answer is it's a motorcycle.
A
Here's
motorcycle.
him. He gave a balloon to his girl. See? See, it's a nice.
I see.
Nice...
He's hugging his motorcycle.
and he gave her a gift. That's a tool set for Valentine's Day.
You're not right.
That's going to make the motorcycle very happy. And here's dinner. Dinner with his gal. This one's the best.
What's he eating? A hamburger?
He's eating a hamburger.
Oh, my.
You see the gas pump with the... It's actually filling the gas tank right now as we speak. Here's quality time. Look at him walking down the lane, or look at them in the park.
His motorcycle's laying over. That's dangerous with a motorcycle.
They're laying down in the park. That's what you do with your girl.
See. Mm-hmm.
Quality time. Looking at the view. Oh, that's nice. And here's some romantic shots.
I don't think anybody was going to guess that. I really don't.
Look how they look alike.
They say if you date each other long enough or you get married, you start to look like each other. So yeah, they're both,
No, see, look at that picture where they're kissing.
Shiny.
Where he's kissing her.
I like how you said they're kissing. Like that silly motorcycle is kissing him back.
Of course, the motorcycle's not moving backwards. It's not unrequited love.
I get it.
Look at him laying on her shoulder there on the park bench.
That's so sweet. I don't know about you. Nobody got that one.
That was my favorite one. That's good. You don't have to endure our photo.
That's right. that's why nobody guessed. It wasn't really that they didn't know. They just really
everybody
didn't want
knew
the
what
picture.
it was.
I get it. And I'm not even hurt.
Oh my! Well, thanks for playing the game with us. Surprising. We hope that your Valentine's Day is a good one, and that that it doesn't have those. That your hair doesn't catch on fire, and you don't get snotted on, or or end up in the bathroom.
Oh, there you go.
But I believe those are the best internet stories that exist.
We did do some serious research
yeah.
on those to try to find the best ones.
Yeah, thousands of hours. I mean, we've been searching since last February. So
you know what? If a lightning bolt comes through there to strike you dead for lying, I don't want to be next to you.
All right,
Okay.
let's keep rolling. Ida, here is it's time for your wonderful saying of the week.
You know, we always say at the end of the show, I'm uniquely the same, you're uniquely the same. Together we can change the world. And in order to change the world, we believe that we have to love one another. So the saying this week is, person to person, moment to moment, as we love, we change the world.
Good one.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Short and simple, huh?
Short and simple.
Love makes all the difference. That's often said in the Bible. That's the only thing that God says God is. That it says God is love.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's true, but it's a pretty clear statement.
We'll stick with that one.
Shall we move to the joke of the week?
Oh, let's do.
Let's keep rolling. The show is rolling right along. This week, oh, look at that.
Uh-oh.
Charlotte Hopkins.
Oh no, Calvin.
Kathy, I mislabeled you. I forgot to change it. This is not Charlotte Hopkins.
This is
Charlotte
Kathy
was last
Wilder.
week.
Yes.
If you want to see Charlotte Hopkins' joke, you got to go last week. This is Kathy Wilder.
Yeah, because you know why. We have to have Kathy out there because her birthday is also coming up.
Oh.
So this week, happy birthday, Kathy. And thank you for being there for us to tell the joke of the week.
So ignore that bottom part.
That's right.
This is Kathy Wilder. I can't change it on the flyer. I would, Kathy. But here's the joke. Why do smart skunks love Valentine's Day? That's the question, Ida. Why do smart skunks love Valentine's Day?
I don't know. Why do smart skunks love Valentine's Day?
Because they're sentimental. Sentimental.
Okay, Kathy, you're the judge.
Kathy, good joke.
Way to go, Kathy. No, she's
That
gonna stick up for
Kathy.
you. I know Kathy.
She's hilarious.
She is hilarious.
It's a funny joke. I'm telling you, some of our people are really funny. There was one a few weeks ago that wasn't so funny, but they've been funny ever since.
Which one was
There was
it
one
funny?
about wind. I don't know,
Oh.
something silly.
My whirly-bird one.
I didn't see anything from you. We have our guests tell the jokes. That's the only one I've ever seen. Kathy actually sent us a lot of jokes, but we decided not to use one of her jokes because we wanted
to put something
a
in
Valentine themed
Yeah.
joke. So skunk, you get it, scent, but they're smart skunks.
So it's mental.
Yeah, sentimental.
I get it.
It's not just sentimental. It's sentimental.
Yeah, they do get worse every week, Maria. They do.
Oh, come on. Those are good jokes. But thank you, Kathy. Sorry we mislabeled your name. That's Kathy.
Don't
Kathy
say
Wilder.
we, because
Yeah, it was me. It was me. I did not get the name changed.
oh well.
I'm not sure either why, but yeah. Oh well. Next week we'll try to get it right. If there aren't some flaws, then you don't get a realistic picture.
That's right. And we all have flaws.
All right, so we are going to end our broadcast on YouTube. Thank you for stopping by and visiting us. We love having you here and watching our content on YouTube. Hopefully you got to see some surprising Valentine's contents, some surprising Valentine's stories. You can look for other videos over there. We've linked one, and down below you can see some other links. So we'd love for you to watch more of our videos, and please like and subscribe. We always like to say, I'm uniquely the same, you're uniquely the same. Together we can change the world. We'll see you next week.